Wakey, wakey.
Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where I, Phil, get to show Stray Kids videos to my friend Tom, who's here with me.
I am indeed. Well, I'm not there physically, but emotionally
not physically.
I am.
Emotionally, you live in my heart always. So anyway, this evening we watched SKZ Code. Should we just stay fully on topic for the entire
Absolutely
episode?
Not. No. All right. Hang on.
Tom has a story.
In chat right now. Hold on. I got to send this picture because I had to take another picture because people were complaining about there being trash cans in the first picture.
Yeah. All right,
so,
Tom has been wanting to tell a story for a while. For the listeners who are not in chat in Discord.
Yeah, since when this? Okay, so this happened Wednesday. The reason that this picture is relevant, if everyone wants to open this up, is this is where it takes place, where this story takes place. You can see this is like the ECP, the entry control point into like this is how you get onto the pier, right? And you can see like this is like a massive intersection kind of, because you've got all these like places where like the parking lot merges into this main road, right? It's like a how many things are there? Right. It's a big intersection.
Like 5 different like intersections.
Yeah.
In this one intersection. But go on, yes.
But it's like it's not that busy ever.
No.
You know, it's like it's not a busy intersection. But there are a lot. There could be a lot going on. Anyway, so this is where it takes place. Okay, that's why that picture is relevant. So Wednesday, I am leaving the ship, right?
Right.
And I'm heading to my car, and I get off the pier. I'm past the ECP at this point. I'm walking basically in the center of that big intersection because I have to go to the left side. My car is in the parking lot on the left side. So I have to walk past the guard check through that intersection to get to my car, right? As I am walking, I pull out my phone and I'm looking down, and I have to text Anna that I'm like on my way home because we have to go. She needed to get a new card, so I had to go pick her up. So I was just letting her know like I'm on my way home so that she can get ready. Right. Now, okay. I'm gonna stop there for a second. I'm gonna explain a concept which I feel like is like it sounds like what it is because it is what it sounds like. And so I'm gonna explain what an air slug is. An air slug is like a blank, you know, in a gun.
Right.
But for the big guns that we have, you know, because ships have big guns. So an air slug is literally we fire the gun, but there's no projectile, but it makes the sound as if the gun went off. Because I mean, it went off, but there's no projectile, right? So it's fucking loud because we have big ass guns on our ship.
Right.
Okay, so I'm walking to my car. I have my head down texting Anna that I'm on my way home. And, you know, I feel like I'm pretty good at like being aware of my surroundings, like not deliberately, but like passively. I can just like look around and know if there's cars around.
Yeah, and you've got a high passive perception.
Right. But I also have these things called ears that, you know, work relatively well enough anyway. So even if I'm not looking in front of me, I can fucking hear if something's around me, right? But I guess those things considered, they weren't good enough for this one guy that I saw, and I knew that he was walking toward me, but not like we weren't gonna, you know, not a collision course. Like he was away from me, but he was walking towards the ECP to get onto the pier.
Okay.
So I'm walking with my head down, texting Anna, and he says to me, if you keep walking with your head down, you're going to run into something. And so I looked up at him and I said, God, I hope so. But
perfect delivery. Just excellent. I love it.
Okay, but wait, it gets better because
all right.
So in my head, I'm thinking, "Fuck this guy," you know? Like,
yeah. I'm thinking it already. We're past you.
Mind your damn
your
business,
own fucking
right?
Business, yeah.
But so right at that moment, though, somebody fired off an air, like they were doing like gun testing on the ship, and so somebody fired off an air slug. Now, if you recall what I just said earlier about air slugs, is we have big guns on the ship, and so air slugs, even with no projectile, are fucking loud. And so there's like a swarm or a flock, as it were, of seagulls around the ship at this time. And this air slug goes off. And so they want to flee from said loud noise. So they all start flying toward the parking lot. And they're scared. And so a seagull shit in his mouth.
No fucking way. No fucking way.
Yes.
Was it? Did he start to talk again? I why was his mouth open?
Well,
like I need to understand the picture. So you said, "I sure hope so," and then
seagull shit entered his mouth hole.
Well, why was it? Did his jaw just drop on the floor? Was he preparing to make some retort?
Look, I don't know.
Hell? How is this possible?
I don't know how much shit entered his mouth hole, but needless to say, I was unaffected because I'm walking away from the ship. So if any poop got on me, it would have it would have just gotten on the back of my shirt, and certainly not in my mouth because my head was down because I was texting.
So you say, I sure hope so. I need to know, when did the bang happen? You know, right after you said, I sure hope so.
Yes.
Bang, and then seagulls and shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, is this within like 5 seconds?
Seconds.
Oh
yeah.
my god. It's just, no way is this possible.
No.
How could? How?
I shit you not. It yes, and it is burned into my head. Like,
yeah, of course.
I was fucking dying on the way to the car.
I mean, seagulls are not small animals generally, so I have to imagine their shits are bigger than like a tiny bird.
I mean, it's a regular size shit, I guess.
It's a regular. So what's the regular size? I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ! And that guy, how did he react?
I wish it were fake for that guy's sake, but at the same time, I feel like that was just karma, baby. Like, mind your own close your mouth and mind your own business. All right.
You know what? If he had been looking down at his phone while he was walking, it would have hit like his head.
Right. Exactly. He would have been saved.
Yeah. I guess.
So
I guess we all learned a lesson about crossing the street today.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! What? Fucking. Well, I'm glad you saved it because I had no idea what this story was going to be about, and I kept looking at the parking lot picture, going like, "What happened in the parking lot? Was it like a giant? Were you like outside the ship, like diddling on your phone?
Diddling?
Yeah, diddling. Messing with your phone. And it's a word, okay? It has many uses. Anyway.
Sure.
Because you have your little spot, right? That you like to use your phone.
So the pictures that I sent in chat today were from my spot. Yeah.
Of course. So my thought was that you were sitting up there messing with your phone and you just like watched like a slow speed collision and like people get into a giant fight or something. So I thought something was bound to have happened in that respect, but
no.
I could not have predicted this. Nobody could, especially not that guy. That guy did not predict this.
No.
What a fucking terrible day.
For him.
For him. Yeah, for him.
He's
Did
like,
he say anything afterwards, or was he just like,
he was spitting. He he couldn't say anything. He was spitting shit out of his mouth.
Was he still in front of you, or had you passed each other at this point?
Well, so I passed him shortly after the shit.
Okay,
all right. And I just and that's a good thing too, because I couldn't help myself but laugh. I didn't want to have that interaction.
Yeah.
It was already an interaction I didn't want to have, and then like how do you not laugh at someone getting shit in their mouth after after saying some shit like that?
Yeah, no, agreed. I like Jeanette's theory also of that maybe that you heard somebody in the parking lot listening to our podcast. That'd be good. If you want to follow us, go to makeastay.com and you and your parents can join our server.
That's true. Yeah.
Our Discord server.
Yeah.
You just have to know how to use Discord. I mean, you don't. You just read what's on the screen and you follow the directions. And then introduce yourself.
My mom. Well, I think my mom figured it out. I'm assuming she did.
She did it. She wrote a whole introduction and everything. So
okay. Look, I'm not saying that she's not capable of doing this, but maybe she had help. Maybe my dad helped her.
She's gonna listen.
If she
to this,
did, I know she is, and then she's gonna text me and she's gonna be like, "I figured it out myself. Thank you very much." And I'm gonna be like, "I'm proud of you."
You should be proud of her. Come on, she did it all.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Anyway, so should we talk about Korean boys for a little bit, or do we just want to talk about birds shitting in people's mouths?
I mean, there's really nothing else to say about this story except that just since it happened, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, naturally. Yeah.
Especially because immediately I'm still when I messaged our little chat, what did I say? I said, the funniest shit just happened to me, literally, but I have to save it for the podcast.
Literally.
I said that minutes after it. I was still walking to my car when I sent that. Because it's just it fucking ingrained in me. Yes, literally.
Wow. Yeah, you were right. It was literal.
Yeah.
Well, that story. And then fucking so crazy.
Who was it? It was either Anna or Sam or both who I messaged, and I was like, the funniest thing just happened involving poop, and I have to tell you this story.
Oh, that's great. I love that. All right. Well, that is it's pretty shitty for that guy, but we did not have a shitty time tonight.
And yes, my mother joined the Discord.
Yes, she did.
And it was really I didn't realize it at first. I just saw somebody named Alice joined, and I was like, oh, that's my mom's name. And then I started reading, and I was like, this person sounds like this is my mom. This is my mother.
She says that she calls you Thomas.
She does call me Thomas because my legal name, I guess, is Thomas.
Thomas.
Actually, I don't even know when I started going by Tom, to be honest. Not that I don't have any issues with Thomas. It's just Tom is easy, why use 2-syllable when 1-syllable do trick?
No, look, if anyone is going to agree with you, it's me, right? My name is Philip, not Phil.
No, your name is Phil Lip.
That's how you spell Philip. And if you 1L Philip, fuck you. Fuck you in your fucking face. I hope you get shit in your mouth from a fucking bird, okay? It's 2 L's. Phil Lip, okay? Okay, you drop the lip, you keep 1 L. I've seen some. You know what? I'm gonna go to battle for 1 L's also. Okay, I've seen some 2 L Phillips who leave 2 L's in Phil when they write their nickname. They write PHILL, and I'm like, why is the extra L there?
Yeah.
It is totally unnecessary. Get it the fuck out of there. Anyway, not that I feel any particular strong
not that you
feelings
feel
towards this.
Any particular way about it,
right? Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like using 2 L's in Phil would be like using the H in Tom. It just
right.
There's no place for it.
Right, but there's no purpose. It's a nickname anyway, right? You go by it because it's 1 syllable.
Yeah.
but that's the same.
Yeah, it's not my proper name, but it's the name that everyone knows me by.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So
except everyone used to know me as Deepause. God, it's so cringe now to think about that.
Yeah,
shit.
well, you're a cringy person. What are you gonna get? Yeah, that was
my online handle for fucking ever. Yeah. Yeah. And then, so that was it. Then I used that fucking everywhere. And then I don't know. One day I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna start going by Tom everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's just
everywhere.
Tom is now me everywhere. So
yeah. Tom is you. You are Tom.
I am. I is Tom. Yes, that me now.
That you.
But it's so hard to use Tom as an online identity, because first of all, it's only 3 letters, so you can hardly ever get a 3-letter username anywhere. Right. But also Tom is one of the most common names in the world, I think.
Yeah, so my name is not very common.
I'm never gonna be the Tom, on any website or anything. So
I think I should try and change my actual official Discord name so that I can be Phil001 like you are. Yeah. For Tom. Right. Because I don't know, people know me by my name now, so I might as well just change it. And I have Nitro. I think that's the requirement, right? To change it.
Yeah, you gotta have Nitro. Yeah.
So
but mine is TX Tom.
TX Tom. Well, right. Maybe I'll be TX Phil. Steal your.
Yeah, because we're transmitting right now. That's what that means. We're transmitting Tom and Phil.
Maybe SKZ Phil. I don't know. I'll figure something out. We'll figure. I'll let chat decide what my new Discord name should be. That will go to all Discords I'm in. Yeah. So we'll figure that out sometime. I don't know. Anyway, we watched episodes 10 and 11 of SKZ Code tonight, where the boys went out to the country to enjoy the old things in life, the classic.
Wait, if it's Make a Stay, then it's M-A. We could be, I'm Mastom and you're Massville. Massville.
I don't look. Do you remember Richard Evans?
Masshole. Yeah, I remember Richard. How can you forget Richard Evans?
He called me Massaphil one time, so I am not gonna.
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? It was
massive.
So yeah, it's gonna be a no-go for me. It was a real problem.
Yeah. That's a funny guy.
I hope he's still around. You know what I mean? There was a rumor.
There was a rumor that he died.
Yeah. And then we looked him up, and it's he's not dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Don't know. I don't. Yeah. Hey.
Well, whatever.
Hey,
Rich Evans. If you ever listen to this,
yeah, he won't.
I still have your comics that you gave me that one time.
I
think. Do we still have those? I don't know.
If you ever listen to this, I hope your severance was fucking mint. Because I'm pretty sure it was. And you didn't want to work there anyway.
He gave me a lot. He Crying Freeman manga, and then he had these really large form art. Really classic manga art things. It's from a specific artist who I cannot recall right now. So I'll put that into Discord later if I can remember to do that. Mm-hmm. Or we'll just have Jeanette take some pictures or something. I think they're in our bedroom, and she's out there somewhere.
Yeah. Richard Evans is the person that I learned that you could pretty easily get away with botting in WoW from, because I saw him doing it, and I was like, you could just do that, and he's like, yeah,
no,
this is the program, and this is what you got to do, and I was like, and that's what got me thinking, and then we. No, not that we ever did it, but we thought about we thought about getting like 5 keys for that program, and then getting 5 keys for World of Warcraft, and then like using the recruiter friend links to connect them all, and then having them all run 5-man dungeons to like by themselves all day to level up a bunch of characters. We thought about doing that, and I think that would have been really cool if we had done that.
We never did.
But we never did.
Anyway, so Stray Kids, all the members went out to the country. They were moving to the country to find themselves some peaches and
cream.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that song?
Peaches and cream?
No. By the presidents of the United States of America. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
All right. Anyway, yeah, moving to the country, going to the country, gonna eat a lot of
peaches.
Thank you.
No, yeah, I know that song.
Anyway, so we watched SKZ Code, and they came out immediately. Bang Chan is chopping wood. He grabs the axe, starts chopping wood, and I say chopping wood, but what I mean is like slightly missing and launching the wood off to the side. Yeah. So they need to chop wood if they're gonna cook, right? And they were gonna cook immediately when they got there. So. They all spent a lot of time. Ian and Changbin and Han, everybody taking turns trying to get it all chopped up. It's pretty funny.
Chippity chop.
Chippity chop. We got some fun cooking stuff here. Yeah, it was really good. What'd you think of the cooking and the chopping? Did you like this? Did you like this one?
I think so like the chopping obviously was funny, but every time I watch these boys cook, like some of them are okay, but it just reinforces my belief that they have no idea what they're doing in the kitchen.
Right.
Like the way that they use knives and the way that they like cut things, I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Lino knows what he's doing, and Felix is good at baking, but you don't really have to use a knife for that. Yeah, I don't know, but I think that like the kind of inside joke is that Changbin is like the worst at cooking because he was a rich kid with like giant vaulted ceilings and chandeliers and stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
so
marble floors.
Yeah, marble floors. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
yeah. So he just never had to do that, had to learn that skill.
Okay, I'm gonna go off topic a little bit. I mean, it's kind of on topic, but it's on off topic. So you know how we like all the time we'll do like those things like yeah, and like why'd you say it like that? You know, like all these things yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
You integrated that into
yes
normal
it's so upset because I do it at work now, and like somebody today was like, why did you say it like that? And I was like, why'd you say it like that? Like no one got it, you know.
Oh, no. Yes, that's beautiful. I love it. That's the Stray Kids just seeping right into your body. It's never gonna let you go. I love to hear it. That's great. That's on topic.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Did you then have to explain?
No, they just kept going on with their conversation. Like nobody, they made no room for me, and I was like, okay, well, you know, at least I'm laughing at my jokes. Okay, enough with the coins. All right, we're on topic right now.
Yeah. So they got to separating up the duties, and Lino had asked Changbin to come help him with and Hyunjin to help him with the chicken, and neither of them were like they were just like I don't want to touch it. It's slimy. Chicken is slimy. I don't want to touch it. And so they basically made it up to Lino, who I would be afraid to say no to. To clean the chicken that they were gonna make, which looked okay. I mean, I'm sure it was better than it looked, but like they cooked it and it was just it didn't look seasoned Like
Yeah.
they just cooked it. And I was
Well,
like,
you know what they do. You know what they do, right? Like
Mhm.
when they're done cooking it, if it's not flavorful enough, then they'll just dip it in salt.
They dip it in salt. They said they did.
Yeah.
When they were eating it, they were like, I'm gonna dip this in salt.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that? That I did that?
No.
I don't know if I'd mentioned that on the show, but Jeanette and I went and had like Korean food. We ate a Korean barbecue, and they bring you out like, you know, all these different sauces you can dip in, and then one of the chambers was
just salt.
a chilled chamber of salt. And I fucking took my meat, dipped it in the salt, and ate it. And it was like the first time I did it, it was too salty.
And it
I
will
did
be
not
the
put
last
oil
time
on
you
it.
do it.
No. I didn't put oil on it. So I tried oil first and then dipping it, and it doesn't, not as much of it stuck, and it was perfect. And I ate it like that the rest of the time.
Oh my god.
And I was like, wow, I can't believe they were right. They were right. I mean, okay. Should I have trusted the instinct of the Korean people living in Korea when it comes to Korean food? Perhaps that should have been my first instinct, but the idea of like having a bowl of salt to dip meat in does not like mean good eats to me when I just think about it. So
yeah.
But it's good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. When it comes to meat, though, like you could cook it in a way that you get that flavor without having to do the dipping. You know.
It's true.
Do it.
You're
that
not
way.
wrong. But yeah, I don't know. It was like it just came out. The chicken that they made just came out just white. It looked like boiled chicken, and I was like, "Is it boiled chicken?" Because I didn't see what they cooked it in, and so I didn't see if they like stir fried it or something. But it didn't have any Maillard reaction. Like it was just boiled chicken. Like. And I'm like, it was in fact boiled chicken. I mean, okay. The thing I know about eating Korean food is that they have a lot of seasonings that you can add after the fact, and you eat your meat with things. So I guess in that case, maybe it makes sense to have like plain unseasoned meat, and then you season it as you're about to take a bite, and that's how you do it. But I don't know. When they pulled out like the 2 chickens that were just boiled chickens, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. There were definitely there was a moment where I didn't realize they had cooked the chickens.
Right.
But they had.
Yes. Because it was just white.
Yeah.
I don't know. I appreciate Lino saying like he cut off the excess fat as he was like prepping it, because like that's my boy right there. Like I don't like a lot of fat on my meats. I know that it's like, you know, the good thing. And I like bacon, but I have to have my bacon prepared well. And that means I do the cooking of the bacon normally, although Jeanette has smashed it. She's learned my technique. I have nothing else to teach her. Yeah, it's true. But you know, it was good. I think they did a pretty good job of cooking all the stuff. We had a little side story of Felix and Sungmin going off to, they had it was on a little farm. Like they were on a farm, and it had its own little cabbage patch, and they had onions growing there and all this stuff. So they went out and actually went and pulled that stuff, and they peeled off the the leaves of the cabbage that had been eaten by bugs or had holes in it from bugs, and so they could clean what was inside, and then they had just a nice delicious meal. I mean, like, for the most part, I was into it. I liked the idea of that. I did not like, there was a point when they were eating, green eggs and ham, there was a point when they were eating, and Lino picks up a bunch of onions, and they looked just so like boiled to hell, like they had no texture. And I was looking at it going like, oh my god, like if I put that in my mouth I might vomit. Like I feel like I could see like how like wet and soft and wilted they'd gotten. Like wilted greens for me are a big no.
It looked like a seaweed at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's, he seemed to enjoy it. They seemed to like it, but I was not into the idea. I was like, no thanks, I'm okay. Yeah, but after they finished cooking, they decided that they were going to have a competition. Which this is like, if you're a baby stay, this competition here is you've probably seen the memes from it. So the competition was for them to decide who was going to clean up after their meal that they had just made, and who was going to go to the store and shop for making dinner. And so they decided to play foot volleyball, and they split up into teams after doing a little bit of practice, in which they saw just how bad many of them were. And then they let the worst people decide who or pick the teams. So, which I think is smart. Although, were the choices they made that smart? I don't know. I feel like it was pretty split evenly, maybe. Bangchan may not agree. I don't know.
I don't think it mattered either way, because as I kept commenting, the court was just too small. It didn't really make any sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, they managed it, and I'm sure that this was like I don't know what the regulations are on foot volleyball, but I do know that I've seen people play it in Brazil on The Amazing Race, and it was a full-size volleyball court. I'm just gonna put that out there, so
Right.
So anyway, the meme that came from it was Lino jumped and hit with his chest and threw his arms and legs completely back, like completely bowed out in midair. And so people took a screen grab of that, and then they've been sticking it in everything. So everyone can post in their chat their favorite ones. You can see, if you're looking at the chat, Tom, you can see the actual image of him doing it.
Yeah.
And then people have started to use that and that's now like a stay meme.
Right.
And so if you're new, like you may see it on TikTok or on Twitter, like being used still to this day. It's really good. Yeah.
Right.
It's so good. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
He ascended.
Yeah, it's just become so funny of like a thing, and like Lino's just like found his way into being this guy. I love that about him. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy. He's like the guy.
He's like the guy.
He's like the guy. How do I describe this? Where like, I don't know. I feel like when you first get into Stray Kids, like there's a few members you notice, and it's never Lino. But when you start getting into Stray Kids like media outside of the albums and stuff, you start to realize just how big of an impact he has on like the humor and the fun and like and then also the music. I mean, like, we would be nothing without his falsetto,
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just wonderful to see like his growth, and to see how people always seem to over time like start to appreciate Lino over and over again. So
yeah, I mean, great. He's definitely been fluctuating along my bias list. I can't just come in here with the everyone else in second place.
Right, like other people do.
People do. But he climbs.
Yeah. Well, every time I feel like he makes a joke about something, I immediately am like laughing so hard. And I'm just like, he's so good. So it was a strong competition. It was fun. They kind of went back and forth, but the teams were IN versus Han, and then they divvied up the players between those. And Han was bad. Han was real bad. He kept falling. When they weren't even playing, like he just would trip and fall just on his own. Like I'm gonna go get the ball, and he just like fall in the grass, and nobody's doing anything. So yeah, it was pretty funny.
Weak ankles.
Yeah. It was good though. I mean, it was such a fun little game to see them play. I also like, throughout this whole episode, I feel like with SKZ Code, the production team gets to make a lot more jokes with their editing and the on-screen subtitles and stuff. Like which I've thought was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty good, but yeah, it was good. But Bangchan's team ultimately lost. They weren't able to defeat. It did get really close in the first set, but ultimately they lost 2 sets. They lost, and then they played a final third set to decide who was going to buy ice cream for everyone on the staff. So they had a little bit of back and forth, but Han touched the ball too many times and they couldn't recover. They got like a 4-point deficit, and Bangchan finally won something, which he felt really good about. It was so funny. I mean, like, he was like coaching everyone. Like every time that Felix got the ball, it seemed like he just knocked it, like kicked it completely out, and he got one good header, and it was great.
Yeah.
His one heroic moment. But then other than that, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you did good. Felix, you did good. Yeah, but it was good. It was a fun competition. Then we got to see Bangchan and Ian stayed back, cleaned up, did the dishes, cleaned up all the trash and everything. While the we had what, Seungmin? No, not Seungmin. Seungmin stayed behind. Yeah, we had Ian.
It's all good now.
And what were those teams? Changbin? No.
Oh.
Who stayed? Who was where? I don't remember who was on anybody's team. Hold on one sec.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like,
Rewind.
This is why I
a
take
bit.
notes normally, but my notebook is full basically.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I actually took notes.
How dare you.
Wrote something down, you know?
Yeah.
Probably during Kingdom, actually. Definitely during Kingdom.
It was during Kingdom that you wrote something down?
By the way, I was kind of skimming chat today, but
Yeah.
I feel like I saw somebody post Kingdom links at some point. I didn't read everything, but I feel like I saw that, right? Yeah, Tara posted Kingdom links. Do we have God's D4? Is that a thing? Is that on there? Is that on that list? Is that
Felix and Seungmin went
that-
to
Oh, fuck yeah.
I don't know how I messed this up.
With Russians? I don't care. I don't care. Oh, are they hard-coded subs, or can you turn them off? Oh, that's lame. Oh,
You
well.
said what? I
true.
wasn't looking at the chat. I had the other window open. Sorry. Anyway, Felix and Seungmin, I'm just gonna cut everything before this. Felix and Seungmin went to get the food. They got a bunch of meat. They got the ice cream. They picked everything out, and then brought it back for everyone to for everyone to enjoy and cook their evening meal.
Yeah.
In this case, we did have everyone building the fires back up, and there was like a moment where Lino was like, he had the torch and was like really going at it, like trying to light the wood, which I thought was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, but they made the decision that Lino is not going to cook dinner because he cooked the lunch, which I don't know. Like, if I'm Lino, I might take a moment and go, maybe I do want to cook.
Right.
But they decided to split them up, and they basically had Team Up All Night doing the cooking, and Team Mysterious Kitchen and Hyunjin they washed hair and did styling of hair. So
right.
it was pretty good. Loved that. This part, if you are biased for Changbin, then I feel a little bad for you as it's going on, because like I feel like like the production was like went a little hard making fun of him for not being able to cook and stuff. Like it was like every scene that they put little subtitles on, like, oh, I don't know, worried about that rice then, because he was in charge of making the rice. And like, yeah, like he kept pulling the lid off to check it, which you're not supposed to do. But like at the same time, I was just like, hey man, like a couple of jokes were fine, but like every time that he's on the screen during the cooking segment, they even changed the OST to be like a like just like really like making it. And I know that ultimately, like, the great news is that the rice turned out well and everybody liked it, and that's a great thing, because like he tried and he was able to do it. And yeah, he had some trouble, but like yeah, I don't know, he made it, you know.
Yeah.
What?
Spoiled something?
I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about.
Don't worry about it. What if Phil didn't even know? We don't. It doesn't matter.
Oh, we don't know if the rice was good or not? I'm just kidding. I didn't say that.
Oh,
it's in the next episode.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I sorry. I'm just Tom, pretend you didn't hear that.
I wonder how that rice turned out.
I don't know. How was the rice going to turn out? We'll never know. So instead,
find out
let's
next
talk
time on Make a Steak.
No, let's talk about the hairstyling. So we had Hyunjin getting his hair washed by IN outside. Oh yeah, I mean, like we were talking about like how like when they were doing like cleaning the chicken and everything, or when they're washing the hair, everything was outside.
Yeah,
because they have like an outdoor kitchen, like an outdoor little area where you can do washing up and stuff. So, Lino arranged it so they had like several bath stools that they could lay down on, so they could lay back and then have somebody else wash their hair.
Yeah.
And you know, it was pretty good. I enjoyed watching the whole hair washing scene. Hyunjin was less dramatic than I'm used to seeing him, because his hair, you know, the water was a little cold. He was like, it's cold, you know, but I think he held back because he loves IN so much that he wants to encourage IN to continue.
Yeah.
So that was good. I loved that. Yeah, but then Han had to get his hair washed by Lino, which of course, like, we talked a little bit about like their relationship and how goofy they are together in the last episode, but or was it 2 episodes ago? I don't know. Feels like forever. But it's just so funny. Like, now the tables are turned, and we have Lino kind of in control doing the washing, and because Han was freaking out because first he was cold and then the water was hot, and then Lino just is like and he like grabs the shampoo, starts washing his hair, and all of Han's hair isn't even wet yet. It was really funny, but the best part of that washing up part is that Han says, like, do it, you know, be more gentle or I'll kill you. And then Lino goes, oh yeah? Do you think you're capable of that? Do you think you're capable enough to be able to kill me? And I'm just like, oh my God, it's such like a threat. I was like, oh Jesus Christ. He'd leave him alone. You are not, just leave him alone. So I don't know. I just thought that was so funny. Like it was so quick, and it could be editing, but like the response was so quick and so pointed while being like very gentle in his tone. Yeah, it's just like perfect, absolutely perfect. So they go inside the house and start styling. We got to see Han with 4 little pigtails, ponytails. I don't know what quad tails. And then you know, they you know, put some a clip in there, and then put like a big headband on him that was floofy. And Han, honestly, he rocks it. Like, he absolutely rocks it. It's crazy how like cute he looks in that outfit, because or in that hairstyle, because like it shouldn't work. Hyunjin started off, I felt like his hair was looking good. IN was like doing a pretty decent job of his hair, and they wanted to like curl his hair, and he looked like, I don't know, he's got like nice like kind of tight or not tight but like big curls, and they were looking good, but I don't know, by the end of it looked bad, like it just looked frizzed out, and I'm like, well, you let the youngest person do your hair, so what are you gonna get? I don't know. But I thought it was funny. Yeah, I don't know, it was great.
Yeah.
What a good quality fun time. So after they're all styled up,
It's called style.
It's called style. After they're all styled up, they went back outside to finally eat the food that they've all been making. And that team up all night, and then it's over. It ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
and we don't even know if the rice turned out well.
I know, and that's really the thing that I'm looking forward to learning about the most is like
for the first time.
Yeah, I need to know how that rice turned out.
We don't know how the rice turned out, so we're gonna find out. And
neither will you, the listener, until a week from now.
Will the rice be good? We'll never tell.
Will Skiz starve?
Yeah, what if they never ate again?
Oh my goodness. How can they do that to our boys?
I don't know. Well, I mean, like, they're already doing it to themselves, eating boiled chicken, okay? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I loved this. It's just such like a nice, they always go through so much, and I don't know when this was filmed, but like, they did the No Easy Comeback, and it was nice to have this little kind of break for them. And so I know it can seem a little frustrating that it seems like when they go on vacation, they also do work. They get little vacations here and there, but not often. Yeah. And so this was just like a wholesome, fun way for them to kind of relax, like go out somewhere and just have a fun time.
Yeah.
It was great. Can't wait till we see the final part of this, and then see what happens, next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than that, I've been listening to Christmas Evil a little bit. Because we listened to that last time, opened our copies, and now it's past Halloween, and it is now Christmas Evil season. I know other people are listening to Mariah Carey, but not me.
No,
Stray Kids. And in fact, I think it was last night. Me and the kids were picking up, because they'd been playing, and so we pick up before bed, and so we were all picking up. And I turned on the whole album. We just listened to the whole album, and it was nice. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you listened to any more Christmas Evil?
No, not yet.
Have you added? Are you going to add Christmas Evil to your playlist?
I tell you what, I will download it, and that way I have it to listen to for this underway, and then I'll get back to you.
I just can't wait for you to be listening to it at 8 a.m. With your speaker on the other side of the wall from people sleeping.
Yeah.
And then the part comes up that's like, Merry Christmas, jingle, jingle, jingle all the way.
Yeah. It's sure to wake some people up.
Yeah, well, it even sounds like an alarm clock going off, so it'll be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be terrible if I brought it into birthing? Like I brought my speaker into birthing and played it? like walked down the aisles just holding my speaker?
If you do that, you are not going to make a stay out of them.
No, definitely not. They might make a black eye out of me.
That's funny. Well, yeah. Jingle, jingle, jingle all the way. Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited to get through all this stuff and enjoy SKZ Code. We're gonna be all SKZ Code for a while, for a couple of weeks, and then we'll have another album to open. So things are getting pretty serious, Tom.
Oh yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
So glad.
I'm ready for more music.
More music. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
it'll be here before you know it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So if you want to follow along on our journey, you can go to makeusday.com. You can join our Discord. You can patronize us on Patreon. You can buy merch. There's links there, and get the little coffee mug, little shirt, some action. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah. How do we end this show again?
I don't really know at this point. We do all kinds of different things. I guess we just say bye-bye. Good guy.
No shit, he remembered this time. Fuck. God damn it. This is your fault, Rogue. Leaving this in.